Hello, I'm Frank Hannaway and welcome to Big Journey, Small Steps, the channel where I talk about my spiritual journey towards self-realization and the small steps I'm taking to get there, aided by my teacher, Eknatheshwaran. And this week I'm going to be talking about one very small step I took. But before I do that, I want to give you an update. First of all, my dear friend Peggy's husband is doing wonderfully. They did an ablation on his heart and they seem to have gotten the problem, and he's doing great. So very grateful for that. I know that a few weeks ago I talked about that the original intention of this channel was to record kirtan and get it online, and I am actively pursuing that, but I am rehearsing and trying to plan things out and get things ready so it'll be top-notch when I do it. So today my mother had a little bit of a setback this week with her Alzheimer's disease, I guess, and I'm never sure when we take a step backward if it's permanent or if it's just a few days, but it's getting harder to communicate with her in some ways. If you think about it, most of the conversations we have with people are built around common memories, even if it's just, oh, you know, yesterday you were talking about, not to mention things that happened 20 years ago and 30 years ago with your mom, and we can only talk about what the thermometer says so many times, or how she doesn't feel well. It's really difficult to make conversation sometimes. And there were some things that came up, and I guess I was having a little bit of a pity party, and I wasn't moving out of it very quickly. And what's so interesting is that as things change with my mother's condition over time, I just never see what's coming exactly. I mean, I know what's happening, but the specifics of it are always sort of a shock to me. So, and I'm trying to get in this place where I roll with it, but really I just can't tell you how unexpected some things are. It's just, you just don't know what to say, and that's my precious mother, you know. So anyway, I was feeling lethargic. I was having some inertia, and you know, you get all these big things. Well, I need to do this more, I need to do that more, blah, 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 blah. And you can't seem to get to those things. So I just decided to do one small thing. And you may remember me saying that my mother plays for sing-along. She and I go together, and I generally lead the singing. I'm a pianist too, but she does most all of the piano playing, and sometimes I take my guitar, and but I lead the singing while she plays the piano. And one of the places that we play is a daycare center for mentally challenged citizens, people who are 18 and up, all the way up to in their 60s, I think some of them are, who are at varying levels of ability. And at 18, you can leave school. Our school district, you can continue if you have a mental challenge. You can continue to go to school until you're 22, or at 18, you can opt into one of these other programs, or you can wait till you're 22. Doesn't really matter. So, but they do try to provide services for people. And I had a brother who was Down syndrome, so that world has been near and dear to us. So on every Friday morning, at 9:30, we go to this daycare center and we do a sing-along. And Mom used to do it all by herself, and since she can't drive anymore, I go for a while. I used to drop her off, but now I'm really involved in it. And one of the things I noticed was that the songbook we used is just this kind of accretion. Like she started out with some songs she thought would be good for them, and then somebody would say, let's do this, and they'd add it to the book, and they'd add it, and things don't go in any particularly good order. And there's some things that we've done for a long time that I think the clients are sick of, and or they don't participate. And even if we switch it up for a while and they ask for it back, that would be a good thing. So I've been planning to revamp this thing. And so the other day I started on it, and it was just one small thing. And yet it made a great difference. And I just moved forward. I made a commitment to be even more patient and more understanding, and to use some of my creativity to figure out how to share with my mother a little better as times get more and more difficult. So I remember that Ishwaran said, no effort is lost. And so even these little efforts are one step closer. And anyway, I don't know, sometimes I hear my friends say it's just overwhelming what they feel like they need to do. But sometimes just doing one small thing and being okay with it too, I think is important. It was for me. It's like, okay, this is all I can do right now. I can't fix the world. I just can't. Not today. So I'll fix this one little thing that might make something more enjoyable. Certainly not a huge deal to make this songbook better, but it gave me a step up on the ladder. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for spending time with me. From the very bottom of my heart, I'd like to wish you all peace and joy.